Hello, this is Douglas Bloch. I'm an author and mental health educator. Welcome to your Depression Recovery channel, where each week we talk about practical tools and coping strategies for healing from depression and anxiety. The title of today's video is "A Happy Memory Can Help You Fall Asleep." But of course, we have to tell our regular joke. I've been trying to organize a hide and seek tournament, but good players are really hard to find. Those of you who have followed me in this channel know that as someone who suffers from long-term depression, I've had sleep issues for quite some time. Now, these issues didn't start when I was 18 and I had my first depressive episode. No, they go way back into my early childhood, as far as I can remember, 4 or 5. Anyway, one night I was lying in bed with my anxiety was worse at night because I was afraid of the dark, right? So you think days were bad, nights were worse. So I was lying in bed, couldn't get to sleep, and I cried out downstairs. My brother and I had the upstairs rooms. My parents were downstairs, and my father was watching TV or something. And I said, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy, help me, I can't get to sleep." And he thought for a moment and called back, "Think of something nice, you'll feel better." So I thought about it. All right, what's something nice? And I love bicycling around the tree-lined streets of my little suburban home. That's nice. And the more I thought about this cycling, the less anxious I felt, the more relaxed I felt, until I finally drifted off to sleep. Now, almost 7 decades later, I've discovered that my father's words of advice were more than just reassuring words from a parent to a child. I recently came upon an article in the Wall Street Journal called "A Happy Memory Can Help You Fall Asleep If You Know How to Use It." And I learned in this article that sleep researchers are using a technique to help people fall asleep called savoring, kind of like savoring food, right? It comes from positive psychology. And what it means is that you imagine a positive experience you've had in the past in great detail. And just as we can take delight in the smell of food or the taste of food, we can take delight in some experience we've had before and bring it into the present, and that will change our brain chemistry and our mood. Many people who suffer from insomnia tend to ruminate as they try to drift off to sleep. That's where the mind goes around and around and around in circles and just ramps up your depression or anxiety. This is where savoring can help, because it gives you something to focus on, something that's emotionally compelling and pleasurable, and breaks the cycle of rumination. In the article, they talk about a person that has a high-stress job, and when he falls asleep, he imagines himself as a child taking a ferry across one of the Great Lakes. I think it was Lake Michigan, and he hears the sound of the engine, he smells the steam, the rushing water, the spray on his face. He just brings it back into 3D memory, and as he does so and loses himself in the memory, he relaxes and falls asleep. Kind of what I did as a child, imagining the bike ride. So again, this can really be useful, but the memory has to be really strong and emotionally meaningful to you. So why does savoring work? It's pretty straightforward, according to the article, that when you savor a happy moment, what happens is you're reliving that experience right now in the present as if it's happening again in the here and now. And according to brain science, the mind cannot tell the difference between an imagined experience and a real one. So when your mind is into that real experience, it's as if you are experiencing it right now. And this, of course, decreases the stress response, increases the relaxation response, which then, of course, makes you more, makes you yawn and, wanting to go to bed. Now, if you'd like to try this out for yourself, here are some steps you can take. To begin, pick your happy memory ahead of time. Now, this could be something big like getting married or, having a child or graduating from school, or it could be something small like spending a day with a friend or lying on the beach or hiking in the woods. Or it could be something that you're looking forward to, like an upcoming vacation. Then, when it comes time to sleep, recall that moment, savor that moment, and try to use all 5 senses: sight, sound, smell, touch, and taste. Make it as vivid as you can, again, as if it were happening in the present moment. Next, rehearse your happy memory on a regular basis during the daytime, because it may be difficult to just instantly recall it at night. You know, I remember when I graduated from college, I didn't know what to do with myself, so I decided to drive a taxi in New York, where I grew up. And one day someone came up to me and said, "Hey, how do I get to Carnegie Hall?" I said, "Practice, practice." Well, it's like that with a savoring moment. You have to practice, you have to rehearse it, play it over in your mind. The more you do so, the more it strengthens in your brain and the more easily you recall it at night. And finally, keep persevering. Keep moving forward. Learning to savor, like any habit, can take some time. It may be difficult at first. I recently learned, I knew this for years, that they say it takes at least 21 days to build a new habit. Some people think it takes a lot longer, but be patient, keep up the work, and given the fact that our sleep is the most important thing we can do for our mental and physical health, taking the time to, as my father put it, think of something nice will be all worth the effort. This has been Douglas Bloch. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you savored this video. Hee hee hee. And if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Also, leave your comment in the comments section. That always helps drive people and subscribers to the video. I notice our subscribers, after taking a precipitous fall, are now starting to climb back up again. Thank you. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, just click on my face or my photo in the closing credit. You'll be taken to the subscribe page, and you'll click on a bell to the upper right of the subscribe button. You can be notified every time we do a video or do a new live chat. And if you want to contribute to this channel and become a patron of it, simply click on the Patreon button and you'll be taken to my crowdfunding site. And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. Thank you again for watching.